Welcome once again to the latest edition of Shelf Life Book Reviews online. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch my video, which hopefully you do find informative. And the book that I'm reviewing for you today is one that you will very seriously consider purchasing. And the book is a well-written book. It's kind of sad, considering the fact that it's a true story about the death of a young child. But it is called In Light of All Darkness: Inside the Polly Klaas Kidnapping and the Search for America's Child by Kim Cross. This is published by Grand Central Publishing, and it retails for $41. Many people remember in 1993 the disappearance of 12-year-old Polly Klaas in Petaluma, California. It really gripped the nation as people hoped for a positive outcome and that the child would be brought home safe and sound. But as we all know, it did not have a happy ending. Now, the author, Kim Cross, she had a lot of access to material that most people would not have access to, because her father was a FBI agent who was part of the case when they were looking for Polly Klaas. So she read a lot of classified documents, and this helped make for a very, very important and informative book. The story actually began October 1st, 1993, when Polly Klaas asked two of her classmates, Jillian and Kate, to come over to her place for the night. It was going to be a girls' night sleepover, and everything was great. The girls were laughing. It was fun and games. And Polly's mother went to bed. She was just in the next room, and she went to sleep early. So suddenly, I think it was before midnight, 11 or 11:30 or so, a man suddenly appeared in the doorway to the girls' room, and he had a knife. And he told them, not to scream or he would kill them, and that all he wanted was valuables. So he tied the girls' hands behind their back. He put pillowcases over their head and said that he was just looking for valuables. So he took Polly, and he said that he would bring her back when he found his valuables. And he told the two girls, Jillian and Kate, lying on the floor, to count to 1,000, and then they could get up. So they did get up, and they went to Polly's mother, and of course she called authorities immediately. So what happened was, it did begin a nationwide search for the abductor. There were a lot of theories. A lot of people thought they saw the suspect, and they did get a lot of crank calls, from people saying that they had Polly and they would bring her back like they wanted a ransom. Now, Winona Ryder, a noted actress, she offered a $200,000 reward for information leading to the capture of the person who did abduct her, and hopefully to bring Polly back alive. The reason why she did that was because she grew up in Petaluma, California. So the book is really, it's 42 chapters, and it follows all aspects of the case from the police work. Now, in the beginning, the FBI officers questioned Kate and Jillian countless times, almost thinking that they were making it up, because at times their stories differed. One of them said that the man was wearing a yellow bandana, and the other said he didn't have a bandana. So they started thinking, well, maybe this was a girl's, some silly game they were playing. So while they should have been out looking for the man, they were thinking, that something was fishy with the girls, which was not true. So, but as we find in the book, that the police used interesting techniques for the time. This was long before DNA was employed in criminal cases. One of the agents had a fluorescent powder, and that showed up fingerprints that were not seen under a blue light. So it helped find key fingerprints, which later did help with, identifying the actual abductor. And the police did find the man Richard Allen Davis, who had a rap sheet of, well, like they said, about a foot long. He was always in trouble with the police. He was constantly arrested, released, and many people said that he should not have been out on the streets. So it really turned into a fascinating case, as he did confess that he, did abduct her and that he did kill her, and he even took them to the spot where her body was. So this is a very, very difficult book to read, a sad book that there was no happy ending, but because of it, the Polly Klaas Foundation and the Klaas Kids Foundation was established, a nonprofit organizations to help with parents whose children might be abducted. So it's definitely, for those who like true crime books, In Light of All Darkness is certainly one of the most interesting books that you will ever read. So it's very highly recommended. So if you do go to your bookstore and purchase it, please let me know if you do agree with my review. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you did find it informative. So until we meet again, stay safe, stay sane, stay in touch, and I will see you at the bookstore. Bye for now.